Welcome to Ask Less. The question came up on what to look for when purchasing a Vortex tube. A Vortex tube, like I have in my hand, is a device that takes compressed air and literally splits up the compressed air supply into a hot stream at one end and a cold stream at the other end. The cold stream being used for spot cooling. And you can get temperatures as low as -40 to -50 degrees Celsius. So what to look for in purchasing a Vortex tube? The first thing is material. Most Vortex tubes tend to be made out of stainless steel, but not all. But stainless steel will hold up the best in most factory environments. So material of construction is important to look for. Also inside the Vortex tube, the heart of the Vortex tube is the generator. The generator is what causes the compressed air inside to spin. And if you can see the generator, there's notches in it. Some generators are made of plastic, some generators are made of metal. In this case, for this next flow model, it's made of brass. Plastic generators over time can tend to crack. Also, you injection mold a plastic generator. As the mold wears, the consistency between the generators might not be exactly the same as they are when it's brand new. So you might have greater variation between Vortex tubes if using plastic. Using metal generator, you're going to have a lot more consistency and you're not going to have a possible cracking problem over time. So metal generators tend to be better over plastic generators. But again, it depends on the application. Finally, on the construction itself, look at a Vortex tube on how it's made. When you have a female connection going into the Vortex tube, this body is going to be a lot bigger. If you have a male connection, the body can be a lot smaller. The hot end of the Vortex tube, which is the smaller part here, is usually also attached to the body by either brazing or welding. Same thing with this male connection, it's either brazed or welded. A welding connection is going to be a lot stronger. With brazing, if you put a lot of pressure on it, you might be able to break that connection off. So if you're going to have a choice, choose welding over brazing. So construction is important. Adjustability. The Vortex tube, the flow and the temperature drop is adjusted by controlling the hot end piece that's here. In adjusting it, it can either be a hand knob that can be easily adjusted by hand, or in this case, we have a slotted section where you have to have a screwdriver to adjust it. So all Vortex tubes are adjustable, but it's a matter of whether you want it easily adjustable or make it more hard for someone to adjust in a factory environment. Most companies actually have an option, as does NextFlow, to be able to either have the connection where you have to use a screwdriver or have an attachment where you can actually adjust it by hand. And finally, you want to have some way to control noise in the Vortex tube. A Vortex tube, when it produces the cold air, it produces it very loudly. It's well over 85 decibels. So if you're not attaching the Vortex tube directly into a pipe or a tube to reduce that noise, you want to consider using a muffler. Now, to attach the muffler is certainly quite easy. You simply screw it in. But then you should look at the muffler. The muffler should be the same material as the Vortex tube. If the Vortex tube is made of stainless steel, the muffler should be made of stainless steel. If you use a stainless steel Vortex tube and have a muffler, say, made of aluminum, in a factory environment that could be very moist and wet, over time may cause some corrosion to that muffler. So if you're going to have an attachment to the Vortex tube, it's best to have the same material. So those are the things to look for in a Vortex tube when considering purchasing one for any spot cooling or enclosure cooling application. If you have any questions concerning the use of compressed air for blow-off, cooling, moving, drying, ask less.